Okay, everybody, it's Monday, June 10th, and I'm going to do a quick overview of what I got done over the weekend in the garden and how things are coming along. So we got the snap peas doing pretty well over here. They're grabbing onto the fence and climbing up nice. These ones are starting to reach onto the second fence up top. First ones to do so, which is cool. We'll have to keep on keeping them all guided in the right direction. I'm kind of giving them a little assistance to grab onto the fence like that every once in a while. If they start getting tangled in each other instead, I'll untangle them, grab them onto the fence. It's a little bit of maintenance, but it'll pay off once they get established and get moving on up there. Here's another example. You want them grabbing each other, you want them grabbing the fence. We're moving this over here. There it is, grab and hold. Oop. Sometimes you gotta go for a lower one so it's not as stressful. Or if you need to, you can feed a set of leaves through, and then it's on there. And this is the growth tip right here, so it's gonna keep going up from this. Like this one over here. Same way. Cool. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Kind of weaving them in. So, what we got done this weekend, you can kind of see a little evidence of it right here. This little square patch, we planted beans, pole beans in between all the brassicas. Put a row down here before this borage plant. And then we've got some lower beans right here. The Chinese 5-color peppers are starting to put out some baby peppers at the top. My Marconi is struggling, but we'll see what happens. I've never been huge into growing peppers yet. I haven't put much devotion into them, so maybe next year I'll focus on them a little bit more. Otherwise, this weekend I finished spreading out the layer of straw mulch that this is like a bale of it that I bought over these two rows, the area between the rows. And so I've got these three all completely mulched in between now. The one I'm standing on only has down there and down there done. And then this over here I want to mulch as well, just to get rid of the grass and to try to make some less competition for all the root systems in the vegetable garden. So now as far as plants go, everything's doing really well. You can see here the crookneck squash plants putting out little babies, which is cool. They got flowers blooming, which is nice. So they seem to be doing well. Here's one with a male flower, and it looks like this one might have taken to pollination because it's already starting to get a little bigger. So, and over here the cocazelle plants are doing equally well. They're starting to take off. Lots of buds popping on them. The little petunia plants that I've got planted in these buckets are doing really nicely, except for the one that got decimated by pests. But who knows, maybe it'll bounce back. That's why we plant multiple. Now we got all of the cucumbers over here, looking really good. The growth tips are starting to get really aggressive, and they're starting to throw out all kinds of little shoots and side shoots and stuff. I'm gonna have to start pruning them to get them down to single stems again. But yeah, you can see they're They're starting to get curly and looking for places to climb, so that's good. The Sugar Crunch ones over here are doing well. A couple that were stunted. Let's see if you can see the comparison. These two were stunted, but they're still doing well. They're starting to take off now, you can see. So, and you got, these are honey nut squash. And what's cool is I was kind of nervous. I thought they had powdery mildew, but it turns out the leaves are just variegated with like a white pattern, which is actually really cool. I didn't know that. So yeah, here's the growth tip right here. So we're gonna have to clip it up to the string again. Same with this one way down here. To bring it back up to the string, clip it up, and keep them growing up. Now, I planted a bunch of borage around, so you can see there's some right here, some right here, some right here. Oh, there's one right here, some right here, a couple over here, a few over here, and there's some down at the end of this row, and down at the end of that row, which is cool. I also planted some watermelon plants, Lilanu Sweet Glow. You got those popping right here. Here's the other ones I planted, about 3 feet over. I want to cull those down to just a couple vines each spot, maybe. See what happens. Never had success growing watermelon, but I'm really trying to go for it. I'm going to start fertilizing them like hell and see what happens. So, quick overview of the tomatoes. We got the green giant starting to get some flowers popping up here. We got the stump of the world flowers setting nicely. Both plants looking nice, both potato leaf varieties. Got this Berry's Crazy Cherry. This one I'm going to keep a single stem. This one I'm going to do the V thing, as you can see it there. So here's the multiflora-ness of the Berry's Crazy. Pretty. Oh, my phone randomly stopped recording. Yeah, so you can see there's a ton of fruit lined up on this one. It's going to be a ton of flowers on there. Same with this little guy at the top here. Definitely a very aggressive plant. The foliage is just like really frilly and pointy, and just it's like really aggressive. The Berry's Crazy Cherry is a cool one for sure. So we got this one here that I've done the V to, and it's got 2 growth tips now, so you can see. And what's interesting to see is that they've both caught up with each other. So you've got one that has buds here, and the other one has buds here. So that means I'm going to have 2 trusses of fruit at the same time on the same plant, whereas this one's only putting out one at a time. One, and then there's going to be a wait, and then another one. Sorry, I had to go look for that one. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to get 2 fruit at the same time. However, if you notice, see how vigorous this fruit set is on this one? Look at this one in comparison. Not nearly as much. I think it's because it's devoting more energy to growing this second shoot. So that's all part of the experiment. We're gonna find out, right, Scooch? Right, Scooch? Right? You're gonna find out? You're gonna go? We're gonna go in the car? We're gonna go on a walk? Yeah? We're gonna go? You're gonna get a pup cup? We're gonna go get a puppuccino? It's gonna be yummy? Okay. Alright, so the next one here, we got the Bloody Butcher. It's doing really well. I could probably pop these lower leaves off, a lot of them now. The ones that have any pest damage or disease or whatever, just get them out of here. Now that there's a lot of growth at the top, I'm gonna start ripping. I'll do the same with all these plants. Get all those lower leaves off, let them breathe a little bit, get the leaves away from the soil so they don't get any disease. But yeah, the Bloody Butcher is starting to get some flowers set. It's looking nice, some big boy potato leaves. The Black Cherry, first one, is looking really nice. And we're doing this one as a single stem. Got some flowers going there. This one right here is the Black Cherry that we've split into the V. So we're doing 2 on this one. Flowers going on this one too. Puppies accounted for. We got the blush here. Here's the single stem blush. Here's the dual stem that I'm gonna try. Right there is the split. That's the sucker I'm gonna use as the second stem. You can see it hasn't quite caught up yet. Next plant, honey drop number 1. We're single stemming this bad boy. And honey drop number 2, we're doing the V with the sucker. Hasn't caught up yet. Both looking really good. They kind of remind me of sun gold, the way they're just popping out suckers everywhere like this. Getting all kinds of little suckers popping everywhere. So they're aggressive in that way. Speaking of sun gold, here's the 2 sun gold plants. We got this one that I'm doing a V. Right here. And we got this one that I'm single stemming. Right here. Now the next one is a sun peach. This is the first plant that I did the V split, and you got the 2 growth stems coming up. So they're doing well. Wheat 100. I'm doing the V on this one as well. We got the flowers there. And we'll step through. Cherokee Purple. All the slicers I'm going to keep single stem. So the 2 Cherokee Purple plants are looking really nice. The Brandywine Sudeth strain looking good. I knocked one of the flowers off of it like a dummy. The Caspian Pink also looking nice. Getting some flowers. The Abraham Lincoln looking really large and lush. Setting some fruit as well, which is cool. The Gold Medals, both of them looking equally aggressive and looking nice. The Virginia Sweets, both looking really good as well. The Pineapple, both looking really good as well. The Kellogg's Breakfast looks nice. And the 2 Ananas Noir look nice as well. So overall, I think we're in really good shape. Everything seems to be coming along nicely. And fingers crossed it keeps up and we have no big, gigantic hiccups. So far, so good this year. We're staying on top of it, so. Oh. Yeah. That's it for now. Now I'm gonna go get some breakfast. Peace out.